had to set it off in Backstage, Florida. This is Cody.
How you doing?
And this is?
Max.
So guys, how was it here at Groezrock 2015?
It is beautiful outside. Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
I mean, we're from Florida, and it's so humid and hot all the time. So this is perfect weather. This is like Los Angeles, California weather. So it's amazing right now. I mean, the show is great. Well, we were in this nice themed area. We had a lot of Set It Off bands came out.
Yeah.
It was a good time, man.
Okay. And what's your experience with the audience over here?
You know what? Here's the thing. What I noticed is when you first come over to Europe or in any major city, you have to earn respect. You start off with people just being like, who the fuck are you? And then as time grows and you prove that you're a good live band, you gain that fan base. So there's a lot of people that were there today that knew who we were, and those people were losing their minds. But then there were people in the back who may not have had any clue who we were, and a lot of them are metalheads because it's a very heavy festival. And we're more of a pop-oriented band. You have to earn their respect. So today was like half on, half off, but it was an awesome challenge. You know, it was a lot of fun.
Okay. I've been told before you had technical problems.
Yes.
What happened?
So basically, we got in yesterday, and we had no time to accustom ourselves to what we were going to be doing live right away. We had the changeover, which was 35 minutes. We thought it would be enough, and we ended up learning that we were going a little bit over time. So instead of just being like, well, let's just cut a bunch of songs until we get our sound perfect, we're like, you know, they're here at a festival. They want the crowd's building. They want to see us play. Let's just go out there. So we went onto the stage with no sound for us. They could hear. We could not hear ourselves. So, and as a singer, as a drummer, as any instrumentalist, playing deaf basically is really tough to do.
Yeah.
But we were resilient. We pushed through it, and that's one thing I really love about our band. Is no matter what happens, the show goes on.
The show goes on. So that's awesome. That's really beautiful about you guys. Last album was 2014.
I released it, yes. I released it 2014.
Yeah. How did that go? Is it going big right now, or?
Especially over here, I think it got received very well. Yeah, I feel like it definitely took our band to the next level. For sure.
It's gotten a lot. It's gotten a lot of very amazing reviews. Like Kerrang gave it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I know it's rare that they do that. They call it a shiny piece of pop perfection. The Rock Sound gave us 9 out of 10. Japan named us Album of the Year. There's been a lot of incredible things happening from this album. And it's allowing us to grow as a band. The fan base is growing. They're screaming the words more, and it's like all you could hope for from a new album. It's happening. I'm really excited.
So you guys have been touring a lot right now.
We've been touring our whole lives.
Fuck. I can imagine. What's the hardest part of touring?
For everyone, it's different. I know you got a problem.
I think it's being away from friends and family. Things like that, you know. You miss holidays, you miss birthdays, you miss things like that. So it's kind of that disconnect from being gone, having a long distance life essentially.
Also close that stink up to place or not?
It depends. You have to be good about it. You have to put away in a bag and put it away. For me, of course I'll miss family and friends and stuff. And I know another thing that's difficult about touring when you're a vocalist, you have to take extra care of your voice and always the worry that you'll hurt your voice. So I think it's just always being responsible, holding each other accountable, not wanting to rip each other's heads off, which we're really good about because we talk to each other about very often. We're good at communicating. But tour is, a lot of people think, they're like, oh, they hear tour, like, oh yeah, like Motley Crue, you just break your faces off and don't work. It's a hard job. You have to do a lot. You have to wake up right at the time, you have to be there, you have to unload, load the trailer, you have to make sure that you're at your best, you have to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. And then you can party after, just like people get their weekends after their 9 to 5.
Who are you guys actually? Let's put a little perspective in this situation. You guys are in a bar.
Okay.
Who are you guys in the bar? Are you guys the drunk, the silent type?
No, not the silent type.
We are a loud band.
We are very loud. Yeah. We're the guys that if the energy's there, we're the guys that want to just rage.
Yeah.
So we're not violent. The good thing is no one in our band is a violent drunk. No one's an angry drunk. We're all just loud and happy. And so
Loud
we
and happy.
just go out to the dance floor, we'll lose our minds, or we'll start chants.
Yeah.
But like to give you an example, first time we went to Japan, most of the guys went out and got blackout drunk at a bar and just started chanting. And then Zach got walked home by an old man. And then the rest of the guys went roof hopping.
Yeah.
Roof hopping?
Yeah, and lost most of their shit.
It was a pretty blurry night.
Yeah.
So another question. What's the best part of touring?
Ooh,
Playing music every day, honestly.
Being able to do what your passion is every day, and there's a lot of positive affirmation to it. You know what I mean? Like, you work so hard, you write these songs that you're so proud of that represent who you are as a person and as a band. And when you're playing a show and people are singing and screaming so loud you can't even, it hurts your ears, you have to cover your ears. That feeling right there is such a positive, like, you're doing it right. You know what I mean? It's such a good positive affirmation. I feel like those feelings are why we do this, you know?
Yeah. So,
and also we get to travel with our best friends. I mean, it's a great added plus.
Living the dream.
Yeah.
do you have any drunken whiskey tales to tell us?
I think the craziest story, there's so many. One of them that pops in my mind is we went to a party after a show. It was across the street. And when we got there, there was this mother who was there, who I guess was part of she was Wiccan, or she had like a gothic ritual. There was like a seance going on in the house. She cut hair, and you know when people are they're learning to cut hair, they have those mannequin heads that they practice on.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen the movie Toy Story?
Yeah.
Remember how Sid had that doll with just the weird fucking hair?
Yeah.
There was a head of that in a fridge with fake blood all over it. And so we get there, and there's all these older gothics. They look like they were old enough to have been a retired teacher.
Yeah.
And so we get there, and I get so drunk that I'm walking downstairs. Someone has their hands on me, and I didn't realize what I was doing. I shook my shoulders, and they fell down the stairs. They were okay. Fell down the stairs, and then I went to Jimmy John's, got a sandwich, came back, fell asleep inside my sandwich, and then one of the mothers got freaked out, and she slammed a bottle of Jaeger over someone's head, and we had to book it. So I can be carried outside. That's one of them. Do you have anybody that pop into your head?
Man, the best stories are the ones that you can't remember. Honestly.
They really are.
There's
With
this
the black
thing-
holes inside of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's this one drink that they have in Japan called Kanchu High, and it's I don't know if you guys ever had Four Loko. It's essentially caffeine and alcohol put together, which is never a good combination. And everyone in Japan is always very respectful. They're generally very quiet.
Yep.
They kind of keep to themselves, things like that. So it's our first time there, and someone suggested it to us. We didn't realize how strong it was, and so we all chugged them. And we're on a public transit on a subway, and we're screaming. We have so much energy, and we're so drunk that
Everyone
we're
was
just
so uncomfortable.
running around the subway.
We were holding on to
and,
the thing, swinging around.
Yeah, they had never seen anything like it. They weren't ready for it.
If they had a choice of inviting us back on that train, they would say they would.
Okay, where's set it off? Where are you guys going to? What's the next ambition?
Oh, you mean what's our goal? What I do? We set the loftiest goals ever, and it's always going to be like that. As far as we're concerned, we won't be satisfied until you can't escape us. Until we're at the level of a Justin Timberlake, or we're at the level of the Beatles. We're a hungry band. We're proud of our songs, and we want it to reach every ear humanly possible.
Yeah.
And finding a way to separate yourself and be unique and market yourself in a proper way is one of the challenges, and we work on that all the time. So the next goal is basically we're going to try to take over the world.
World domination.
Exactly. In a positive way. Not so much Peaky in the
A
Brain
good
style.
world domination.
Yeah.
So, before we end the interview, I want you to draw your dick.
Do that.
You already told me we had to do this, and it's still funny.
That's a sad penis.
Yeah, that's
There's
a
a
really sad
crown.
penis. And this one is
King
quite,
dick.
yeah.
I like that it's a flaccid dick.
Yeah.
No one ever draws flaccid dicks.
So yeah, we all have dicks, and we're gonna put a compilation page on Riot
nice.
City with all the different dicks of this Groezrock festival.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And of different bands. So if you would be so kind, if you
Definitely.
need a lot of papers, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know what your potential is.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see if I can draw my.
I want to know where you're going with this.
Wow, that's huge balls.
I want to draw spikes coming out of mine. Can I make mine like a road warrior? Where's it going? Your dick is a roller coaster.
Whoa.
It looks like a piece of Link sausage.
It's hard buying pants,
This
all
is
right,
Dr.
guys.
Seuss's
Wait, where am I? Where's the penis
yeah,
at?
you gotta go around, yeah.
Where's the penis at?
Give it a little hump. Like
You could use multiple
That's
pages.
right.
You can use multiple pages.
Okay, good, because I'm gonna need it. It's gonna go
Okay,
over
next page.
here.
Okay. Okay.
And some these in there. It's ribbed for their pleasure, you know.
Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure it's an STD.
A little bit. Are you sure?
Oh no, dude, I invented it.
Your guys' penises don't look like this? And of course,
Always giving people showers.
oh yeah, it's everywhere.
Where is this one coming from? Which hole is out?
And that's my penis.
Oh, sign it. Alright, you just gave me a great idea.
That's it. The doctors were baffled when I was born.
Alright, I just got a great idea. Alright. Let's start standing.
Those are good balls. Good job.
Nice set.
Let's start very standard. Have a little lip there. And then start making a bunch of holes.
Like Swiss cheese.
I'm gonna call it the Swiss cheese. It's the Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese.
Spotted dip is what you have just drawn.
And then whenever I pee, it just flows out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a really
You don't even need
It
this.
took me a while to get used to it, so
The bathroom's supposed to be a mess.
it's a disaster.
Honestly, if you imagine it,
They look like little
I was gonna
hairs.
say.
They look like I have moles and hairs on them. I'm gonna point at here that says, not hair, it's pee. And then I'm gonna call it the Swiss cheese. That's a terrifying dick.
that is the dick that nightmares are made of.
There you go. That was fun. I'm like crying.
This will set it off for proposing it.
That's great.
That was nice.
Hell
Thanks
yeah,
so
man.
much.
Yeah, man. Thank you
Excited
very
to see
much.
the compilation of
Best
dicks.
of luck to you with everything. Yes. Swiss cheese.